Hi everyone, delonewolf here and welcome back to the Sunday recap, my weekly vlog where I talk a little bit about my last week in games, and as always we'll start with EVE Online. I had a pretty good week playing EVE Online last week. Actually did a little bit more than in the previous weeks, and I went back out there around Ital to do some exploration in the Ishtar. A pretty interesting situation, I have to say. I think there's a lot of competition out there, especially for the combat sites, because I found none of them, which is quite surprising and quite unusual. But on the other hand, what I did find a lot were data sites, and the rewards for those data sites were actually surprisingly good. I got quite a few of them that rewarded me with like 3, 6, 10 million ISK from a single site. So overall I actually had a lot of fun with exploration, although I was not finding what I was actually hunting for, which was a couple of combat sites, 3 out of 10s, 4 out of 10s to run in my Ishtar. So the all-in-one concept is quite nice, but I do wonder if perhaps I should switch to a specialized relic slash data site running a frigate, like maybe an Astero or something like that. Could be interesting to see if I can like get a much better time, a faster, more efficient way of focusing on those types of sites. Maybe also try to explore for the good combat sites in the same run, and then just after that run switch over to the Ishtar, try and do a second one focusing on the combat sites. I think I could make a much better ship that would basically be faster to probe and to run the data sites and the potentially the relic sites. I think they're actually still kind of worthless in high sec, but yeah, definitely got me thinking a little bit, and perhaps I'll try to make another specialized ship for a fast exploration run and focusing on the data sites. It could be pretty interesting. Next to that, of course, kept up with the blueprint copy business, which is also actually pretty interesting because I'm still not moving a lot of product, but prices are still going up. Freighter BPCs are now selling for 6, 7 and even 8 million ISK in Amar, which is yeah, definitely a lot higher than just a couple of weeks ago. Not that much of a move on the Orca BPCs, which surprises me a little bit. I thought with compression we would perhaps see a little bit more interest in the Orca, but those are still very low. And then the structures are actually really expensive at the moment as well, compared to just a couple of weeks or months ago. So my margins are up, but the amounts that I'm selling are still not up all that substantially. And then finally, I also of course keep up with PI. It's something I do every day. When I log in, just run my PI, making mostly coolants and mechanical parts at the moment, and that is also actually, from a price perspective at least, pretty damn good news, because both of those are up in price as well, way above the other refined PI materials that are not tied to fuels, and as a result, yeah, we're making pretty good ISK for our passive way of playing EVE Online at the moment. And we spiced it up a little bit with some exploration that did give me a little bit of an inspiration to maybe try and get a super fast exploration frigate for that first run, for that first round that I usually do when I explore around the Ital region. Other than that, yeah, I haven't really kept up too much with the news or anything like that, so I'm mostly just looking forward to what CCP announces for FanFest, and we'll decide on the direction that we go depending on the news and the information that we get probably a little bit before and at FanFest itself. So this left me with a little bit of time to do some other stuff, and I was thinking about putting more time into Path of Exile, but honestly I would have to start a new character, I think, in order to get going again. And although I have an idea for a ballista based character, I don't think I want to jump into that right now, probably even keep that for the next league. And so I was looking for something more relaxing to do, and I went back for some Civilization 6. Now I like to play that game to relax, so it's on really easy settings, and I decided to try start with Japan. Basically, one of the achievements that I haven't done yet was to win a game with Japan, so I went for the easy option as well, which is a cultural victory. I think that's always by far the easiest option. Don't need to worry too much about war or anything like that, just get that culture up, no way that the others can actually follow, and you'll get that victory super easy, which is exactly what I did on this run. But I also, you're right, took the opportunity to just, you know, look around what happened. That's always the fun of Civilization. Who are your neighbors? How will they react to you, and what it is that you're doing? And this time, interestingly enough, I managed to basically become friends with almost the entire world. The only holdout were the Americans. For some reason, the Americans really didn't like me. I think it's because they were always in last place, because they lost early on to the Romans. The Romans actually conquered quite a few of their cities. They were stuck at like 3 cities by the time that I found their continent, and actually quickly flooded that one with a lot of settlers as well, just to get extra cities and more potential culture to get that victory secured. But yeah, for the first time, other than that one civilization, all the others agreed to become friends and even allies with me. I think at one point 4 out of the 6 others were allies with us as well, which is very interesting. Usually at least half of them denounce me for whatever reason. That didn't happen here, and I was actually able to get some nice trades and things like that going too. So yeah, Civilization 6 is actually a really nice game, a fun game. If you like the strategy and especially the turn-based strategy type of gameplay, it's a very big hook for me. And yeah, the one extra turn, just one more turn, see what happens next. Can I improve that city? Can I make that extra unit and move it in the right spot? That is definitely a lot of fun. My basic is always, you know, get a very strong economy, then I can start buying lots of stuff with gold to boost ahead of the others, and then focus secondarily on the win condition, which there are a lot of options in Civilization 6. I mean, culture is like a really easy one. You don't need to conquer stuff or anything like that, and you just, you know, create this very vertical, strong cities, lots of culture, lots of big bonuses. That's definitely a way to go. But you can also go just the military route, right? Make lots of units, boost your armies up. That's actually what I'm doing at the moment with Sparta, because they actually have some nice bonuses for military. But you can also go the religious route, the scientific route. So there's a lot of ways to play Civilization 6, lots of civilizations to try as well, and I think that, you know, gets you that replayability. I'm definitely enjoying the game and am able to relax quite effectively playing some Civilization 6. We'll see what next week will bring, of course, but for now, that's it for this week. That was a Sunday recap. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and as always, I'll see you next time.